Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Janet, Artsy Blue Jewels Designs. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and like and subscribe to my channel. So I'm back with you with another video. I'm showing you how I made these beautiful Green Bay Packer nails that I not only made for myself, but I also made for a customer. So she happened to like the nails that I had posted in a group on Facebook, and she just had to have them. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to show you how I created the Green Bay Packer symbol because that was the most challenging part of the nail art design. And then I'll also show you what I did with the other nails too, which is like a ombre chrome on some of the nails, and then I added some details. So now I'm just going to show you the colors that I've used for it. So this is a yellow from Save Land that I've ordered from Amazon. It's a potted color. And then this is a green, I think the brand is called Metha that I've ordered on Amazon as well. And then this is one of the chrome powders that I've used to do the ombre chrome for the green and yellow. I also got it from Amazon. And then this is the second color that I use for the ombre for the chrome. That's also from Amazon. So majority of my products I do get from Amazon. That's just what I do. So, oh, and this is the brush that I'll be using. It is 11 millimeters, and I have to use this one to make sure that I get that I nail the design as perfectly as much as possible. And then this is the little wax pen that I use to do the chrome that I use for my chrome powders. And then I also use this little wedge here to kind of get the excess chrome powder off once applied. All right. And then this is the chrome powder gel that's specifically for the chrome applications. So I use this to apply the chrome powder and also seal it. All right. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you the inspiration for the design. It was from a pen that I purchased from one of the local vendors from when I went out and did pop-up events. The business name is called Pens in the Park, and she has like dozens of customized pens, and it's super cool. All right, so, and this is the top coat that I'll be using for the other nails. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the design. I'm going to use the yellow so I can create the actual football shape that's on the pen. And you'll see the picture of it on the screen there. All right, so I'm just pulling up the picture, just using it as a guide. And as you can see on my mobile device, you see the pen, again, which is where the inspiration came from. And now I'm going in with my matte coat because on the design, it is a matte finish. So I'm going to go and add in the matte coat on the ring nail. Okay. And just make sure it's sealed all the way in because the thing with like when you apply the matte coat on nails, you want to make sure that it's fully covered with the matte. If not, then you want to have some spots that will have shine to it, and you're going to have some missing spots there, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to make sure that the nail is fully covered with the matte finish. So both middle and ring fingers have that matte finish there. All right. All right, so then I'm just going to stick this in the curing lamp for 60 seconds. All right, so here it is. And this is what you want. This is how it should look. It's totally matted out. Okay. And then after I apply the matte coat on both of those nails, then I'm going to take my liner brush with the yellow and draw the football shape, because the main part of that pen has the yellow color. So you want to draw the yellow color first of the football shape, and then you go in and do the rest of the details. So, and it really does matter the type of brush that you use when you're creating the details of the design. So you just make sure you're using the right brush for certain designs. All right. And as you can see, I'm just trying to make sure that the shape matches as close as to what I see on the pen as much as possible. And then I'm just going to go in and fill it in as I see. And just take your time with it. Try not to use too much of the gel, because one, to avoid curing mistakes. Two, you want to make sure that the design is remotely close to what you see on the actual design. So I'm just taking my time with the brush and just doing, gentle strokes, filling it in. Okay. All right, so I just went in and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. So now I'm sticking this in the curing lamp for about 60 seconds. Okay, so now that has cured, this is what it should look like. And then once you get it to, to how you want it and to your liking, just, make sure you inspect the nail first, just to make sure it's right. And once you confirm that, then you can go in and start adding in other details. So right now I'm just kind of like fixing it up a little bit. And then I'm going in and just drawing or painting the other details of that design. Which looks like it has the lines from the top and the bottom of the oval football shape yellow color. I'm just trying to make sure that the lines are as even as possible and neat as possible. And there you have it. All right, so for right now, I'm just going to show you how I did the ombre chrome using these two chrome powders. One is a dark green and the other one is more of like a yellowish greenish color, I guess. So I know the top part of the nails is the darker color, so I have the colors going from dark to light. Okay, and if you look at the pen, that's exactly how the ombre effect looks. So right now I'm just going in with my 100 to 180 file and just kind of buffing the surface on the nail first, just to make sure that there are no ridges or anything. And then I'm going to, once I wipe it down with alcohol, I'm going to go in with my chrome top coat applicator and just put that onto the nail. I'm going to do the same thing for all the other nails. Okay, once you have all of those applied, you want to stick it in the curing lamp for 60 seconds. All right. So now I'm going to go in and start with the top color, which is going to be this green here. And I'm taking my wax sticks, goodness, I can't talk, and just dipping it into the powder, shake it off a little bit, and just go start at the top from the cuticle line and just go like midway towards down towards the bottom part of the nail. And you just want to rub. Make sure that you get the sides and the free edges, because you don't want to have like any spots. And then you have to go in and fix them and correct them. Don't want that. So just rub it in. All right, so after you've have applied the top chrome, you're going to flip it up and get your duster brush and dust off the excess on each nail. As much as possible. And then once you've done that, then you want to take the other chrome powder for your second color, and you're going to do the same thing for the bottom half of your nail. Just make sure that you don't fully cover the entire bottom half. You want to leave some space between the dark green chrome and the black, and also the second chrome color. And there's a reason for that right there. So just leave that space there. And just do the same thing for the other ones. All right, so now that you have the bottom halves for your second color, and you left the space in between to show some of the black, the tool I'm using is just a makeup sponge applicator for eyeshadow. So I'm just going to go in and dip half sides of the the chrome powders. So a little bit of powder on each side. Okay, and shake it a little bit, and then you're going to go in between the black and just fill it in. Just like that. This is what's going to help create that ombre with the chrome powders. It brings those two colors together. And you want to do the same thing for the other ones as well. All right. So now that you have that on, you're going to take your duster brush and dust off the excess. All right. Okay, and there you go. So that's what it should look like. You see how the two colors are kind of like joined in the middle to give it that ombre effect. Now you can fill in as much as you want if you feel that you're not getting the effect that you want. So you can go in and fill in the gaps there, just using the same sponge. All right, and then dust it off again. Just make sure there's not any of the chrome remnants on the nails as much as possible, because you want to get that mirror look. Okay. And then once you confirm there's none of the remnants left, Then what you're going to do is take your white sponge and you just dab on top of the nail surface. Again, this is just to make sure that, make absolute sure that there's not any of the chrome remnant powders onto the nail, because you don't want to seal in that with the top coat. It just looks ugly and it looks funky. Okay. And as I said before, you just want to get that mirror look. Okay, and then now I'm just going to take the chrome top coat applicator. Sorry, y'all, I can't talk. And then apply on the nail. And as you can see, I'm not like swooping it onto the nail. I'm kind of like dragging it just to make sure that it's getting that mirror effect, and to just taking my time, you know, just kind of like dragging it a little bit. And you want to make sure that you don't put too much on, because you don't want the nails to look super bulky, because you don't want that, because that's ugly. So just a little bit, that's all you need. All right, once you got it on, then you're just going to cure it for 60 seconds. All right. All right, so this is what it should look like. It's got that beautiful mirror look there. There's not any of those extra particles on it. So now I'm just going to go in and do the added details. That's part of the pen. It's kind of like a little line that separates the two colors in the middle. This is a liquid chrome, and it's from, the name of this brand is like Rargisim, something like that. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name of the brand, sorry. But I did get it off of Amazon. So I'm just going to go in, and you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of glob of gel paint on the brush. And start out with super thin, super thin application, kind of like what you see now. And then if you don't like the first application, you can always go back in with a little bit more. Okay. Just like that. And like I said, if you need to add a little bit more, you can. Just make sure it's not a lot. Okay. And then you're going to do the same thing for the other ones. And then cure for 60 seconds. I'm sorry, 30 seconds once you're done with that. All right. All right, so once that's been cured, that's what it's going to look like there. And as I've said before, you're going to do the same thing for the other ones. Okay, so now back to the green bay symbol. All right, so I'm just going to go in and finish the details on this here, as you can see on the pen, and also on this set here. I kind of already finished the first one off camera, just to save time. All right, so then I'm using this color. It's by Beetles, and of course I got it from Amazon. And I'm not sure what to call this green, but it's green, but it's beautiful green. So, but I did use this color to kind of do some of the detailed work on here. So I'm taking my liner brush here, my 11 millimeter liner brush, so I can create the inner layer of the green for where the G is on the pen. Okay, and I'm only going to do a little bit, not a lot. Yep, and then just pretty much copy what you see that's on the pen. And I'll have information about where I got the pen from. I'm going to list that in my descriptions of my video. So, like I said, the name of her business is Pens in the Park, and she just sells amazing handcrafted pens that you can change the ink out of them, things like that. It's just really cool, and I saw this one and a few others that I really liked, so I just had to get them. So yeah. All right. So yeah, so then you're going to compare it to the other one. Just make sure it's in line and it's, sort of close to what you see there. And of course, if not, then you can always go in and make corrections to it. Okay. Yeah, because as you can see here, I'm just going to do a couple of corrections. All right. All right, so I'm just comparing it again, just making sure that it's to my liking and also to the customer's liking as well. All right. Yeah, it looks like I have to go in and make a couple of corrections there. So then now I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds because, again, you want to make sure that all of that gel is cured to the T. You don't want any uncured gel left because it's just messy. All right, so now I'm going to go in and start designing the G. So I'm taking my white gel from Beetles and using my liner brush here and just kind of like copying the G design that's on the pen. That's also on the first set of nails. I'm just making sure I get the shape right. And you want to take your time with this, especially when it comes to hand painted designs. Hand painted designs, you never want to rush, regardless of what's going on. That's just the value of hand painted nail art or anything that you do that's handmade or hand painted. You want to take your time with it. Okay. And then just doing my little curve there. Okay, once you feel that the design meets your expectations and your customers, just compare it again. This is where I'm going to go in and add in the matte top coat. And the matte coat that I'm using is from Goy, which is found on Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the matte coat on this because as you can see on the pen, it has a matte finish on it. Okay, there's no shine or anything like that. Get it all covered up there. Oops, y'all, I forgot. I was supposed to add in the white details of that football where it got the little lines on it. So I've already wiped it off with some acetone. So now I'm going to go in with my liner brush and my white paint and then just add in the details of that. Totally forgot about that. Sorry. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so now that I have that on there and I've cured it, I'm going to go in with my matte coat this time and now paint over it. I can't believe I forgot that part. All right, so get it all covered up there. Not a lot, just enough to get the entire nail covered up to get that matte finish. Now I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds. All right, now that has been cured, this is what it's going to look like. All right. I'm just going to take this off here and put it on my purple stand with all the other ones. All right, so then next I'm going to do the middle nail, which has like the rhinestones across the middle of the nail for like the middle finger. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in the spots where I'm going to add the stones on, and I'm using my rhinestone glue for that and using a dotting tool. And then this is the wax stick I'm going to use to line up the jewels onto the nail. Okay. And then once you get them all on there, just make sure that they're lined up the way that you want and they're not like all over the place. And sometimes you just have to make those adjustments there. All right, and once you ensure that you have everything, all of the jewels lined up the way you want, and you want to cure it for 60 seconds. And then to add security of the jewels, I'm going to go in with my top coat and just kind of outline it with my liner brush around the jewels, not directly on top of the jewels, but around it. All right, and then I'm going to cure this for another 60 seconds. All right, well, there you have it. So this is my completed set of the Green Bay Packer nails with the inspiration off of the beautiful pen that I received, well, I purchased. All right, and this is a customer set that I'm working on right now. So, and she already received this, so I'm kind of doing this recording after the fact. But all right, but thanks for again for tuning in to my channel. Hope you all like this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and always remember, keep pressing, press on life. Bye.